It was the first moment in my life where I started to have courage. We're immigrants, like to come here at the time and couldn't speak English at all. It was such a weird culture shock.
It's quite tough time. But we learn a lot, but we learn so many things. We adapt ourselves, new culture, new friend, new workplace, new environment. That's so challenging. And one day he come back home and he said that I decided to drop out. Oh, what are you doing, Gene? You almost done. Why did you do that? He said that, I want to study in music. Did you realize that the music industry is pretty hard? Promise me one thing. Do not give up. Outstanding of a student for the Nimbus. Oh, make me so proud and so happy that, oh wow, you prove yourself quite a lot. Sometimes I joke with him that, oh, you study harder more than medical school. He do it from his heart. Sometimes he have to sleep at the Nimbus because he cannot catch the last sky train to come back home.
I always felt like I was a failure. Any goals or any plans that I set for myself, I could never really achieve it.
And he have a chance to meet Ari, the co-founder of Monstercat. And when he graduated from Nimbus, he has a chance to be executive assistant at Monstercat. After a couple years, 4 years, 5 years, he still do practicing after work hour. He practice about music, DJ by himself and try to prove himself. One day, Monstercat asked him to sign to be Monstercat artist, and he bring the paper to me and wow, Gene, you can do it. Congratulations.
Getting signed to Monstercat after having that being my dream for 8 years, it made me feel like maybe I could believe in myself and aim higher.
That's it, dude.
Here.
For the longest time, like being a producer, you're kind of like alone, doing all of this life solo, and to finally meet someone who understand your passion and your world and your dream, and to feel so connected, and to make this song that meant so much to us.
For the first time in my life, in my music career, I found Gene, my other identical half when it came to producing music, the way we thought about our lives, the way we thought about our future careers.
We were both really eager to get signed to Monstercat. My family were all like really happy. We're all really excited after like 8 years of trying to make music.
Sunday mornings and midnight lights turn into songs that you watched me write.
When the song finally got signed, like we were both just really excited, but we couldn't really agree on terms. Mike was my best friend at that time. Through the back and forth, it really changed the dynamic of our friendship.
Gene felt like I wronged him, and then I felt like that Gene wronged me, and we let so many little things get in the way of us being happy together.
It just feels like we were just colleagues but no longer friends. I know that I was really, really sad that I lost this friendship. To feel like this song kind of broke us, it was really difficult for me. It also happened while my dad was happening. I was dealing with my chronic pain and my finance and looking at my life. I think that was my rock bottom. The month before like Million Days came out. About a week before Million Days was supposed to come out, my dad came into my room late at night and he was like, Gene, I can't see, my head hurts really bad and I need to go to the hospital. And I remember feeling very worried and scared. It turns out he had a bleeding in his brain and he needed a surgery.
It's quite serious and we have to admit immediately.
When that moment happened, I completely ignored and didn't really care about the fact that I have a song coming out anymore. I just wanted to be there for him and making sure that he was okay. I ended up calling my close friend at the time and he didn't pick up, his roommate did, and his roommate was like, I don't know why the universe told me to pick up this phone at like 3 a.m. but his family had a stroke as well, and he told me that the best thing that I could do for my dad is to keep living and don't stop everything for my dad because my dad's gonna feel like he's a burden. I remember that didn't really make sense to me at all because all I wanted to do was to be there for him. I don't know if it's gonna be the last time I see him. But I ended up believing in what he said and reached out to my other videographer friend Daniel, and we drove to Monstercat studio at 3 a.m. and we did this performance video together. It was really for my dad, but I think to the public they probably saw that as another promo video. But I remember the next day I showed this video to my dad before he went in for his surgery, and it lifted up his spirit. I could see it in his eyes right before his surgery. The longer we wait, my dad's symptom kept getting worse and his speech was like really slurred. He couldn't really like talk. He's not really himself. Physically, he's my dad, but like mentally, I don't even feel like he knows who I was, to be honest.
He asked my date of birth. I cannot speak my date of birth. So strange, so scary. I always say February 11.
My dad kept saying like September 11, October 11, January 11, but the only significant of number 11 in our family is the fact that a few months before that, we all celebrated, my mom, my dad, and I, that Million Days is going to come out on February 11.
That's the release date of his Million Day song. I can speak February 11, but I cannot speak my date of birth.
I was really emotional to see that like my dad just cared so much about me that subconsciously that's all he can think about. Not really knowing himself and me, but to keep going back to that number 11. After his surgery, he came out and within 30 minutes, he starts smiling and he remembered my name. He started talking like normal again. It was like night and day. When the song came out, so many people were messaging me at Monstercat. They're like, your song was doing like 25,000 streams a day. It really didn't mean much to me at the time because I didn't know if my dad was going to be okay or not. I think after the surgery went well, that was when I felt like I could start to celebrate the success of the song after that. The song was doing well, so we stayed in touch, but only for like the business side of things, but we weren't actually friends.
Gene and I had just so much trouble talking about that topic.
To be honest, I didn't think that we would ever come back together.
When Elefante invited Gene and us to go on tour with him, that's kind of when Gene and I started to talk again and kind of realized that all this time we were meant to be friends.
We were able to let our ego be in the past, but we never really addressed the elephant in the room. It wasn't until the beginning of Million Days tour that was when we actually squashed everything.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We both realized how much this song has taken both of us, our career from, working at another job to be able to quit and do music full time. And we just kind of look back and it's like, wow, like, why would we throw our friendship away for something like this?
Even after all that happens, I always knew that I've never had a music writing experience and a connection with another artist like Gene.
Both of us really opened up everything about our past, and Mike said something that really moved me where Gene, you always teach me to not have any regrets in life, but the regret that I have is during the time that you were going through stuff with your dad being in the hospital, having a stroke, he couldn't bring himself to be there for me at that time. And it meant so much to me that he said that I start apologizing for things that I felt like I wronged him as well. And I think we just opened up completely and we realized that this is not the friendship that we both want to lose over business or over music. And the fact that this song took us from working 9 to 5 to be able to follow our dream, and it just seems so silly that we would throw away our friendship for something like this. Right before this Second Chance tour, my grandma was in the hospital. I grew up with her, so I was really stressed out, and for some reason, Mike was literally with me this time.
When I came over to his house that day, I actually didn't even know him and his family was going through that. We just spoke about it for 3 hours, and it felt so special that I was able to be there for him.
This time when my grandma was in the hospital, you are here for me, and he was there supporting me, being there for me. And the song and the EP and the tour name Second Chance literally came out of that. It felt like the universe gave us a second chance, and we choose to do it differently this time.
I think about an hour after that, we just started writing Second Chance.
The vocal shop still comes out. I know.
I want to look back and say that I get to do this with my best friend.
I'll admit I was scared. Where does that leave us?
Because Hoang's team is also really close to me, and then I remember when we toured together the first time, the feeling and the joy, the ups and downs, it's everything, and I think in life it's just all about these moments. I just wanted to relive it with him.
Stuck in my chest, we were just kids trying our best. We let the noise get
My dream back then was literally just to make music full time and become a local DJ in Vancouver. I realized that I've done way beyond what my wildest dream was. I end up touring the world. Dream big, be delusional about it, because there's a slight chance that it worked out, but maybe that's what life is for. It's just you go for this crazy 1% chance that things will work out.
We can forgive and make peace with the past. if we're brave enough to ask.